like a lot of the kids I grew up with, and a lot of my family, we were here in this country because of the war. And like my cousins and some of my friends, we didn't grow up without fathers for a lot of the time. I showed a picture to my mom once. There's a bunch of guys in my unit out in the field, and she said that she thought it was so sad that a bunch of kids were holding rifles and in uniforms, but then I thought, in a sense, this is where we belong. We didn't have fathers. And so the war and the idea of war became our father. And because an idea obviously isn't a person, we grew up on things like books. I remember reading Tim O'Brien's The Things They Carry, and watching Full Metal Jacket and Platoon, and video games. And these are the things that raised us. These are the things that were the models for what a man should be, what a father should be. That's all we had.
I fought in a war, and I left my friends behind me to go looking for the enemy, and it wasn't very long before I would stand with another boy in front of me, and a corpse that just fell into me, with the bullets flying round. And I reminded myself of the words you said when we were getting on, and I bet you're making shells back home for a steady boy to wear round his neck, while it won't hurt to think of you, as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because I'll be here quite a while. I fought in a war, and I left my friends behind me to go looking for the enemy, and it wasn't very long before I found out that the sickness there ahead of me went beyond the bed's infamy of a decade gone before. I reminded myself of the words you said when we were getting on, and I bet you're making shells back home for a steady man to wear round his neck, while I wanted to think of you, as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because I'll be here quite a while. Stretched before me infinitely, I couldn't really think of the day beyond now. Keep your head down, pal, there's trouble plenty in this hardest day. I can see hope, I can see light. I reminded myself of the looks you gave when we were getting on. I bet you're making shells back home for a steady man to wear. And it's not one to think of you, as if you're waiting for this letter to arrive, because I'll be here quite a while.